Hey guys, it's Dandy. Sorry this is a late video. There's been a lot going on in the family this past week. Um, so that's why I didn't have a video last week, and this one is a day late this week. So thanks for bearing with me. um, but I figured today we would do a full flip through of my 2024 Hobonichi weeks. There's obviously a couple pages that aren't filled in yet, but I went ahead and pre-decorated the ones I was going to use. So I just figured we'd do a big full flip through of the whole year together. So yeah. Also, another like a heads up, I guess the audio might sound different this week. I got a microphone, but I'm not sure if I like it yet. So give me your opinion on the audio today. But I figure we'll just start at the beginning. I know I gave a little bit of a tour of my cover recently, but I'll just run you through it again one more time. So this is from a brand called Smart Free. I found it on Amazon. They also had it in brown, but I wanted the pink and black one for this specifically. And in here, I don't utilize it as much as I should. I don't have anything in this big pocket in the back besides the bookmarks because they're annoying. And then here, I just have really. What is this? There's a little ghost guy. I didn't know he was there. But I've got a few Polaroids. This one is Murdoch in the Stylo music video. This one's actually my family. And then this one is Megatron and Rodimus Prime. And then on top of that, I've also got some washi tape cards. That way I have different washi tapes on me at all times. I've also got some little stickers, and then this is a sticker sheet from Sticky Club. Some sharks. I love them a lot. I have them here because I want to use them, but I haven't had a reason specifically to use them yet. And then I've just got sticky notes and more stickers in each side pocket as well. And then in the back, there's a zipper. I keep my pencil board, and then a sticker here. I don't have anything in this either, and I should. I don't know why I don't utilize that more. Maybe I will next year. And then, of course, my pen tucked here. I like using the Sakura Micron, the Pigma Micron archival ink pens for my Hobonichi, just because I feel like the ink does a little better than a lot of my other pens. So this is usually the ones I use in my Hobonichi weeks. They're not the most comfortable to hold, but I like the way they write, and they dry quickly. So I also just wanted to acknowledge this is a regular sized weeks. This isn't a weeks mega. So it started out like this, and that is the chunkiness of it. The spine on this poor thing is so bent out. I actually had to get a new clear cover because the bottom like ripped right here. So this thing cannot come out of its clear cover because it'll fall apart if I take it out. So let's just dig right into it. This is where I keep my little metal ruler thing. I have a note from my mom that she snuck into my lunchbox one day. I have a Teddy Ursa Pokemon card. I might just slide this into here for now because I already moved a couple of my cards to my new journals. This is a Margaritaville sticker that I got from Universal because, fun fact, I know I've talked about it before, but I'm talking about it again. They're at Universal Studios Orlando in the City Walk area across from the Margaritaville. Usually there is a seaplane there, and it is not a replica. It is Jimmy Buffett's actual real-life seaplane, and it's on top of the bar. And I just think that's so neat. His plane was called the Hemisphere Dancer. I don't listen to a lot of Jimmy Buffett, but I like planes, and his plane is cool. And this was just a pretty sticker, so I got it. It's currently under refurbishment, so it wasn't there this past time I went, so I was a little bummed about it, but whatever, you know? Here are a couple of my card slots. If you guys are interested on how I do these, I was thinking about doing a video of some of my favorite like notebook modifications and like give a tutorial on how I do some of them. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. So I've got different cards in here, just from different things that I enjoy, you know. And this is where I keep that little Hobonichi clear pocket. And I've got a Shigaraki card, and then also my clown mood trackers for my tracking my mood every day. And then I've got this sticker as well. And then throughout the year, I'll just kind of collect stickers and put them in here. So these are some of the ones I collaged in here. I think I did this one at the start of the year, but then these were put in as the year went on, which is something I like to do when I collect my stickers. Some of these pages didn't get a lot of use out of them, but you know, it's okay. This is where I just tracked trips, days, and like paydays and stuff. Okay, I just recorded so much and found out that my phone actually had stopped recording. So I don't remember exactly what I was saying last. I don't know if I was talking about this page yet. So this is my mood board for the year, which, you know, I just like to do that just to kind of set a vibe for the year. This is where I kept up with birthdays. This was my goals. This year was a really hard year for me, so I'm happy I got at least some of them done, you know. And that is something I moved to my new 2025 weeks as well. I think it's just in a different spot this year. Yeah, I've got them spread out a little more, but here are my monthly spreads. You'll see that a problem that I have, I've talked about it before, is putting too many stickers on things. So some of my pages end up looking a little bit cluttered. I think I ended up toning it back by the end of the year, but it is a problem that I have. I am very much not a minimalist, but sometimes I feel like sometimes I just do go a little too overboard, as you see. Here is my year in pixels. As you can see, I actually gave up on this on April 13th. It was just way too much to keep up with. It stressed me out more than it helped me, and that's never a good thing, you know. I would go like 2 or 3 weeks without filling it in, and then I'd have to go through and be like, okay, this day, okay, this day, okay, you know, and I already keep track of my moods with my clowns every day, so this was kind of a little bit overkill. It would have looked cool if I had continued it through the end of the year, for sure. I kind of wish I did, but it's not something I'm necessarily worried about. This is still really pretty, though. I like the way I decorated this page. Here's my socials tracker. I don't enter this in until the last day of each month, so that's why this last line isn't filled in yet. This pretty much exactly has moved into my 2025 one as well. A lot of things you'll see has moved into my 2025 one because it just works well, and I just wanted to keep it. I've also got, you know, my tarot cards and my different stickers, Wheel of the Year, my manga log. I will say one different thing about this is the fact that I wasn't so stupid this time, and I actually made both pages go the same way with the numbers, like straight across like this, instead of this side being straight across and then this side being up and down. That was just really stupid of me, and I don't know why I did that. So it is fixed for next year. Here was my Hermes cheat sheets. These also have moved over into my 2025. These are just some stickers I collected. I like to put stickers I collect throughout the year in here. Monster Shrimp is one of my favorite ones. One of my good friends made this one, and I cherish it. It's so cute. And now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the actual week's spread. So this is pretty much the setup that, for the most part, stayed very consistent throughout the whole year. It works well for me. It evolved a little bit and changed just a little bit, but overall the structure of it remained the same the whole year. And you'll see like the differences as we go. So just to kind of give you an idea of how it started, this was like events and different like appointments and specific days I would write in this column. This was memory keeping, my mood tracking, and then also temperature tracking, and then my habits and a running to-do list for the week. And then my decoration, you know. So some weeks definitely look a little better than others, and that's, that's fine. So, I might not talk about every single page just because that we would be here forever. So if I go quiet, it's just because I don't really know what to say about each specific page. But I will say I do like putting in things like this from the weeks, just to kind of give a physical snippet of what was going on in the week. Like this was from the convention that I went to. This was when Dad dug out his old Transformer stuff, and there was a Starscream stamp in it. So that's fun. I like that. I like when I can do that in the weeks as well. As you can see, I kind of start dropping off on keeping track of my temperatures, and that does come into play later too. I end up doing away with the little temperature tracker here. And then it ends up moving into my moods go here. This is still my memory keeping. This is still work and appointments and stuff. Just because I just was not caring so much about keeping up with the temperature. If there's like a crazy day where it snows or something, I'll write about it. But other than that, I'm not a huge temperature tracker kind of person. Another thing I ended up adding is a media tracker. It does kind of just float around until I found like the good spot for it, so it kind of jumps around on the page over here. But I like to keep up with what I watch or what I play. That way I kind of can remember where I was at during the year with that kind of stuff. What I was into, what I was, hyperfixating on, things I was watching with my sibling, that kind of stuff. It ends up finding a permanent home right down here. It ends up lining up a little bit more with the Saturday line here, though, as you'll see. And this is also something I want to utilize a little more, is these little stickers with like a notes area. I want to use more of those next year because I've got a bunch of them and I never know what to do with them, but that would be perfect. Here's another one. I pulled a random Zoltar card as like a, I don't know, Zoltar reading, which I thought was fun. This is also just an entire Mahito spread because I love him. I voted. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about a lot of my week's pages. It's just kind of, mundane stuff. Some weeks I would just kind of lose track a little bit and kind of get out of the mood of it, but, it's okay. My mom sometimes writes me notes and leaves them for me, so those always make me feel better. These last couple weeks I haven't been using my highlighters, and I kind of like the look of it, but I don't know if I would continue to do that. I think a little bit of color would be nice, but I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit, And this is next week, and then I haven't decided. I think I'm just going to go ahead and move into my 2025 on the 30th, just because that week is the first week of January, so. And then my notes pages. The way I was using my notes pages actually is kind of also like a journal. I talked about this a little bit in my lineup and my talking about what I wanted to use for next year. With this being kind of like a journal for my big days, there was a lot of overlap between my weeks and my actual journal itself. So because of that, I'm not going to be using the notes in the same way next year. But I do think it's cool to look through with the rest of my memory keeping in my weeks as well. So I just divided it by month also and just did little writings in it. At the start of every journal, I'd make a little about me so I can see where I was and who I was at the time. I just think that's cool. And then just, journaling about days or big events that are going on. Trips, I might not talk about everything here either, just because I would sound like a broken record, but Yeah, I got my first car this year, so that was a really big milestone for me, and it's still treating me really well, and I love it. This is something I'd like to do again. I kind of fell off this year, towards the end of the year, but having like a little vibe picture of the month and then a quote as well. I really liked doing that. Just things from different days and screenshots that I like. It kind of, I mean, screenshots, they're important. If you screenshotted it, you screenshotted it for a reason. So I like to put some of those in, my journals as well, whether it's a comment or something somebody messaged me. Um, that way, you can keep a physical copy of that and remember it as well. The eclipse. This was kind of like a new way I was trying to do it, like kind of collagey, move through some of my stickers. I like the way it looks. I think I shouldn't have stamped the name of the month there, but that's okay. Yeah, see, here's an example of a screenshot. It has nothing really to do with anything, but it made me laugh. So it's nice to put in to remember that that's something that made me laugh at the time. Drink stickers. This is when we went and saw Transformers. Um, there's June. Things keep going wrong. This is the third time of recording this, so forgive me if I'm rushing a little bit. Phone is still dying. Um, I can't remember if I said it already, but this is just where I tried to cut a page in half and kind of use it as an interesting, different type of page kind of thing. I put Indiana Jones box here, and then this is just some stuff I got from my journal as well that I put on that side, just to add a little bit of difference, I guess, like intrigue to it, maybe. Um, but yeah, then it's just journaling about days. Here's August. Um, I always like when I can make the spreads look a little bit cohesive color wise. Because when you just journal about different days, if you're somewhere completely different one day and then completely different the next day, you can't always make the colors look well together. So it makes me happy when I can manage to do that. um, but yeah, here's my second trip up to Universal. That was fun. Camping, that was also fun. Towards the end of the year, you'll notice I write a little bit less and less in my weeks when it comes to journaling kind of thing. Just because, again, there was a lot of overlap between my weeks and my actual journal. Like this is the only thing I have written for November. These last 3 or 4 months of the year have just been like a punch to the gut after a punch to the gut after a punch to the gut. It's been a little hard. So, things are looking up though. Please don't feel bad for me. Like it's no biggie. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine now. But that's just why I've kind of fell off because I didn't want to write the same thing over and over like twice when I was already so exhausted. So this is our only page in November, and I have absolutely nothing written in December in this book. I don't know if I will write anything for December in this book. Um, so that's why I'm going ahead and doing my tour now, because if I even do put more, it's going to be that last week and then maybe something here. So you wouldn't be missing much. But yeah, I'm excited to use my books a little differently next year because of that. Um, so I'll definitely take you on the journey of that when I do. Behind here, I don't think there's a lot that I use in these back pages. This is just a test page before I started using the other test page, which is this test page. I use the My 100 as a test page for pins and markers and stuff. My favorite spread is just quotes that I think are inspiring. And then I haven't done anything with this. I thought I was going to, and I never did. And then I never do anything for the 365 days checkoff sheet. If you guys have any ideas for that, please let me know because I never know what to do. I actually do use this for addresses of my friends and a couple of family members for writing letters and sending packages and stuff. But obviously, I'm not going to show that to you. And yeah, another note from my mom and another sticker from my friend Shrimp. And that is my 2024 weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this chaotic, sporadic flip through. Thanks for hanging. Hi. Yeah, I keep running out of storage. What I was saying is, thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have a good until I see you. I'll see you again before the year's over. I think, unless next Saturday is already January. I don't know. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching and sticking through to the end. If you stuck through to the end, um, comment like a bear or something, because then I'll know you guys actually like sticking around. I don't know. This has been a doozy to record. So thank you. Thank you. I love you. Bye.